showing by the Lakers in Shenzhen in their last game. Here is the starting lineup. Yeah, again, 5 of the key Laker rotational players, including LeBron and AD, not playing tonight. KCP, our first look at Jared Dudley. Dwight, who got a pretty good reaction from this crowd when he was introduced. Zach Norvell, the rookie, and of course Alex Caruso. The Caruso makes his appearance back here at Staples Center. For the Warriors, they're trying to find a starting lineup with Durant and others moving on and Clay hurt. The surprise of the entire camp has been Marquise Chris. They thought he was an outside shot just to make the team. Now he's got the inside track to start when the regular season gets going next week. Mike Trudell, speaking of starting lineups, what's the mindset that Frank Vogel puts into starting these preseason games?
Yeah, well, don't pay too much attention, Bill, to this one. Tonight, as you mentioned, of course, none of these guys likely to be in the starting lineup. But I asked Frank Vogel, looking at those first 3 games, what did he see? What is he looking for when the regular season starts? And he said the defense stood out to him the most. A lot of times at this point of the year, defenses are a little bit ahead of where the offenses are. He does feel like they've been giving him good effort, whoever he has had on the floor. And it seems like 4 spots, Bill and Stu, are pretty clear at this point. Danny Green, LeBron and AD, of course, and then JaVale McGee, who's played really well at the center spot. And then he's rotated, whether it's been Avery Bradley or Rajon Rondo, and we still have yet to see Quinn Cook because of his sore calf. So, in essence, a lot still to be uncovered, but we still have a pretty good idea, at least, what the starting lineup's going to look like come that Clipper game next week.
And by the way, DeMarcus Cousins in the building and on the bench right now, sitting next to LeBron. So Boogie, who of course is out for the year, the former Warrior, he will be with his teammates here tonight. Steph Curry, 40 points. Stu, you know that tied his career preseason high. I know you are just thrilled with that number. That's courtesy of Raymond Ritter. Here's a 3 on the way. Jordan Poole, he'll shoot a lot of those. He's already proven himself that he could be a capable scorer in this league.
Oh yeah, he's really impressed in the first game, as did Norvell. Norvell knocks down his first from long distance.
Zach Norvell Jr. from Gonzaga went undrafted. The 21-year-old really shined during the summer league for the Lakers. Steph will play about 25 minutes, they think, tonight. And here he is, down the middle he goes, and they take it away, Jared Dudley. Now to KCP, and the Lakers have their second possession. Jared Dudley gets a touch. Of course, he's been out with a quad injury. Great locker room guy, too, and he can stretch the floor. Caruso slides in, and we got bodies on the ground, and we've got a whistle, and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lakers. Head coach is brought to you by Buick. There is Frank Vogel, age 46, 4th coach since the Lakers last made the playoffs. Steve Kerr, 54 years of age, and his 10, count them, 10 assistant coaches alongside.
You say count them?
I don't know where they're going to seat him. Underneath, good pass to Dwight, and he is fouled, and he'll shoot free throws.
Well, he'll go to the line. This is an area where throughout his career he's had some difficulties. So he get his first attempts from the free throw line on a nice setup off the screen. He was fouled.
Yeah, we talked about KCP too, Stu, the other night, and incentive-wise, they want him to play defense and dish the basketball. They know he can score, and it's the other parts of the game that they really want him to try to improve upon. There he is. DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, already having some fun on the end of the bench. Of course, if he does come back, it would not be until the playoffs, and that's a big if.
One unlucky young man.
Yeah. That one is banked in by Dwight. And it counts just the same. Yeah. Looked like that emoji when he was putting his arms in the air.
There he goes, 2 for 2 from the line.
Curry lets it go. Remember, he had the first shot ever at Chase Center. It was about a 40-foot air ball.
I don't know if I want to call that a shot, what he
did. he wanted so bad to be the first one to score in that building. And he just threw one up, literally just came across half court.
You're right. I mean, as good a shooter as he is from anywhere, that one, though, was that took me by surprise.
Steph went 6 for 9 in the game against the T-Wolves. That was a high-scoring game the other night against Minnesota. They scored over 140, gave up over 130. There's a 3 by Dudley, going to glance off the rim and chased down by Poole, the rookie. The 28th pick in the draft, went to Michigan for a couple of years. Stolen away by Caruso. Quickly, the Lakers will run. And now, after a bit of a fumble, they'll slow things up.
It's so important to see the basketball defensively. That's the only reason why Caruso got that steal as Dwight Howard steps on the baseline.
That's something we saw from Alex that last couple of months of the season when he had plenty of playing time and definitely earned his way back onto this squad. He did so many things well and had that great chemistry with LeBron. Look at this quick touch pass to Curry, and he knocks it down mid-range.
He is so good at relocating. He'll pass the ball and he'll relocate to a spot and they get him the basketball.
KCP, the lob from Alex Caruso.
That should not have been a successful pass. They had two defenders there with him. Neither one of them really jumped to try to contest that play.
7-2 Lakers. Just getting started here at Staples Center. Same two teams Wednesday here and Friday in San Francisco, and that'll be that for the preseason. Little bump by Caldwell Pope.
Another look at that lob as KCP goes up and the two defenders stay grounded. Give the assist to Caruso. Nice looking play though.
Tell you what, Alex had one of those nights shooting in China and Shenzhen. Was 1 for 13 in the last game, 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. Pass over to Poole. Never met a shot that he didn't like. Really, he will fire it up, and he's going to gobble up some of those Klay Thompson minutes that are available. Here's Marquise Chris going to the basket, and he's fouled by Caruso.
They're going to need a number of people to make up for the loss of Klay Thompson.
And Klay could be back after the All-Star break at some point, but again, there's a lot of conjecture about that. And we have the best source of all, Michael Thompson, with us all season long, and Michael not really sure what the timetable will be. How about this guy right here, Marquise Chris?
I think he's a good addition for the Warriors. He can be a physical presence. He's also he has the ability to stretch the floor a bit.
Fourth team, fourth year, and really developed not the best of reputations, just as far as the work ethic is concerned, but coming to this organization seems to have inspired him. Caldwell Pope for three, going to be short, and Chris has got the rebound. Wait about 3 minutes.
Those are the kind of shots that once the season starts, that the Lakers are going to have to really hit it on a consistent basis with KCP. Does a good job of moving his feet, getting in front of Glenn Robinson the third, or second?
The third.
This is the third.
He is the third. Glenn Robinson, of course, father, one of the great NBA players, really can shoot the basketball. Robinson has a chance and probably will start the season in the 3 spot for Golden State. Shake and bake for Caruso. Trying to force it into Howard. That's knocked out of bounds by Golden State. 5 on the shot clock.
One more dribble by Caruso, and he either would have had a layup or he'd have had a better angle to make that pass to Dwight Howard.
Lakers won the game back on October 5th, 123-101. You might recall that's when AD had an unbelievable beginning, had 5 dunks in the first quarter. Norvell, air ball, and the shot clock's going to run out. Caldwell Pope, he kind of knew it, but it was too late.
I don't think he knew it.
Until he heard the buzzer?
Yeah, until he heard the buzzer.
That's a turnover. Lakers have had over 20 turnovers the last couple of games, but that's not surprising in the preseason. Folks in the truck think it might have grazed the rim, but we're going with the 24-second violation here in preseason. Good fake on its way with a 10-footer, weak side rebound. Howard.
Well, sometimes those uncontested 10-footers can be the hardest shots in the game.
Caruso trying to force his way to the rim. Here come the Warriors. They'll break. Curry, stop and pop. On its way. In and out. No. The rebound to Jared Dudley.
That's one of the things that makes Steph so difficult to defend. I mean, off the dribble, he'll stop from 30 feet, and then he has such good handles, he'll just take you to the rim at will.
Dwight throws it off the fingertips of KCP. As you can see, and you'll see all season long, everybody will back off on Dwight Howard. Does not have an outside game as far as shooting the basketball. All his damage will be done in and around the rim or on the break. He's been averaging almost 7 rebounds a game though. Robinson clanks it off the back iron. 7-4 Lakers. Lakers, of course, shot at only 33% the other night. They were 5 for 32 from beyond the arc. Norvell, that would have counted had it have gone, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Good job.
Yeah, offhand.
Yeah, good job of using his body against Chris to make sure he gets contact, and then uses his right hand as a left-hander. Good job of keeping it away as he A little upset that he didn't get the basket and the foul, but he will go to the line and shoot 2.
Lakers last year in this building, 22-19. They were 15-26 on the road. Of course, you know, because of all the injuries, what happened second half of the season when they went just 19-53. But there's been plenty of turnover. Just 6 players return from last year. Norvell with the free throw. We talked about it before. Lakers second to last in free throw shooting last season, so an area to be improved, hopefully. Terminating the dribble as Curry wanted it back. Chris will cross-court it. There's that good defense by Dudley you were talking about.
Good switch by Dudley.
6 on the clock. Down the middle, attacking Dudley. Rebound, Howard. Lakers look for the break. It's 9-4.
Did you see how Dudley that time contested, but yet didn't commit the foul, had his hands up? That's what you do as a defender. You semi-contest, but you make sure you don't foul.
Traveling, Caldwell Pope. Casey played 35 minutes, believe it or not, in the Shanghai game, which was the first game in China. They want him to be more consistent in the big games this year. First quarter action here at Staples Center. Preseason game number 4 of 6. Golden State's only playing 5 in the exhibition season. Open, Pascal, formerly of Villanova, won a championship there. Little subdued crowd. Of course, a lot of the stars now playing tonight. Wide open layup missed. Second chance opportunity. Howard gets fouled. He'll shoot free throws when we come back.
Well, he had a couple of defenders out of the play with a little head fake. So Dwight Howard will go to the line and shoot 2 when we come back with the Lakers up by 5.
There's a power in listening. It's what gives Audible members an edge. It opens our minds, changes our perspective, connects us, and pushes us further. The most inspiring minds, the most compelling stories. Audible.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the Queen of Spice. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app.
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
Shh, I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I have been feeling really tired recently, and I have tried literally everything. Supplements, matcha, and of course everyone says, just get more rest. But then I'm standing in line for my evening espresso, and I was thinking, should someone my age really feel this tired? I am over guessing. I am going to find answers.
Not much. How about you?
Are you answering my text in person?
I am, yeah.
LOL, come on in.
This is tech that helps you be there. The Nissan Altima, now offering the most tech-advanced engine in its class.
You hungry for the big Carl combo and those juicy double patties? Get yours today at Carl's Jr. And by Black and Blue in theaters October the 25th. We are back in Southern California, Staples Center, 9-4. Lakers in this uneven beginning to this game. Let's again talk about who's out tonight. This is for the Lakers. Of course, AD and LeBron. Look at all those. And Kyle Kuzma still waiting, but things look positive for him, but we don't have any kind of definitive word on when we'll see him. And Rondo, Green, Avery Bradley resting. Quinn Cook just told us during the layup line, he's ready to go, wants to play, but he said he's got to practice first. Said he needs a little bit of that first, and hopefully we'll see him Wednesday. Saw Troy Daniels briefly in the first game of the year. There's Kyle Kuzma. He is antsy to get in there.
As I say, you talk about somebody chomping at the bit to play. That's Kuz.
And of course, no Draymond and no D'Angelo Russell tonight. Expect to see them on Wednesday here playing. Steph might take that night off perhaps, and I think everybody will play back up at Chase Center on Friday, at least a little bit. They will open up at home next Thursday. A week from Thursday will the Golden State Warriors really christen their new building. Beautiful place. Here it is, bounced down. Oh, I know the fans up there are thrilled. Curry, he's trying to slip his way through. Blocked by Howard, out of bounds. Get it out of here. Dwight Howard.
A lot of times guys get blocked as secondary defenders. Steph that time had a couple of players in front of him, but that third one he didn't see. There's the block.
Of course, Dwight says he wants to make it right after his first go-around here. That didn't end well at all. Rebound taken by Caruso. Norvell Jr. quickly into the corner. KCP in front of his own bench. Headed by Frank Vogel and staff. And the staff too. That one is ripped away by Curry. KCP stayed with it. When did they take it?
Steph Curry.
And here is lob underneath. And the finish by Glenn Robinson. Give the assist to Steph Curry.
That was some good defense. Stayed down, and KCP tried to do a head fake and go up over the top, and Steph with the block.
It's going to be a good three-point threat for them during the year. Of course, no Iggy, no Sean Livingston, no Durant. They have a lot of changes. They're in a transition year too, obviously. Under 6 minutes to play in the quarter. We're halfway through. The triple is going to go out of bounds. Air ball, KCP.
I talked about Steph, and know about his offense, but boy, two good defensive plays ignited the Warrior fast break. He makes the defensive play, and then he gets the assist. So all the credit to that young man right there, Steph Curry.
Yeah, six-time All-Star, was a back-to-back MVP. In fact, the unanimous MVP back in 2016. Had 354 threes last year, third most in NBA history. But he's missing his running mates this year. This guy's going to try to fill some of the void. Poole, no. Tapped out, Curry. Shot clock back to 14. Top of the key, Curry misses, bounces around. Taken. And it's going to go right back. Jackson is back in. Demetrius Jackson is in for the Lakers. Rather first time we've seen him. And to the ground goes Poole.
Jared Dudley was closing out, and Poole still had his dribble left. Got a little leg action that knocked him down and picked up the foul on Dudley.
We're going to see Devontae Cacok in a moment. Of course, some of these players will be marquee players for the South Bay Lakers in the G League. And that starts up in a couple of weeks. Curry from the free throw line. So he's done a little bit of damage from the mid-range so far in this quarter.
From anywhere.
Oh, yes, he can. By the way, he had 40 in the preseason a couple years ago, also against the Timberwolves. We've got a whistle as that shot goes up.
In the action shooting, or is that on the screen? Looks like it was on the roll man, so no foul shots coming. They are not in the bonus yet.
Ball's on McKinney, who's really got to play his way back into favor. McKinney, of course, who has played for this team and has not had a great start to this preseason. And that spin by Jackson to Howard. And again, Stu forcing his way to the rim, and he's going to get more free throws.
Just screen and roll. I mean, good play that time on the move by Jackson. Dwight back to the line. This will be free throws number 5 and 6.
I mean, think about it. When Dwight was in his heyday, screen roll and surrounded by three-point shooters, when he had his great teams down in Orlando. Howard has never been a good free throw shooter. And we talked about the South Bay Lakers, and their tickets are now on sale for the 1920 season. For more info, including season ticket members and group benefits, please visit us at southbaylakers.com or call us at 310-343-3131. By the way, Danita alongside us again this year, as is the Hulkster doing stats. Welcome back, our crew upstairs here at Staples Center.
Norvell took a Steph Curry three there.
It's contagious.
Wow. Oh, yeah, well, it's just the name of the
whole
now.
league, exactly. Whole league's caught it. Going left, shooting right. Gobbled up there by Dwight Howard. Handoff now to Jackson. Norvell will get it right back to Jackson. Had a three if he wanted it. Instead, kicks it over to Caldwell. Cross court. That's a good swing of the basketball, and Norvell hits the three.
Yeah, the skip pass by KCP really did a good job getting to the open man. Didn't give the defenders time to match up. Norvell gets his second three of the ball game. And the Lakers, neither team shoot the ball very well at all, but the Lakers have made a couple of more thanks to that man right there. They lead by 6.
Ten years ago, I had an undiagnosed heart condition, and erectile dysfunction was actually the first sign that something was wrong.
Luckily, I'm a doctor, an expert in sexual health, and Zach's dad.
Not everyone has a doctor in the house, and some health conditions can be really tough to talk about. We started Roman to change that.
Now you can go online and chat with a physician.
And if treatment is right for you, we'll ship genuine medication right to your door. If you're experiencing ED, hair loss, cold sores, or other issues, let's take care of it.
IHOP, how can I help you? So that's a stack of Wednesday's web cakes, Morticia's Haunted Hot Chocolate, and Kids Eat Free.
You could say that again.
Pancake with a kooky new Addams Family menu at IHOP, and see the Addams Family in theaters.
Hey, you a basketball fan?
Yeah.
That is a Metro Pass that Clyde Drexler stepped on. And that is a box set of Benny the Bull's short-lived sitcom, That's Bull. And my favorite, a 95 Houston Rockets autograph poster. Autographed it myself, some right hand, some left. Gotta make them look different.
Just okay is not okay, whether it's sports, memorabilia, or your network. AT&T is America's best wireless network according to America's biggest test. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Is it too early to start celebrating Halloween? Well, if you're celebrating by eating Reese's, then no. You're actually late. Not sorry, Reese's.
Dream about these things, and you work hard for the chance it'll happen.
This good light of night.
Basketball is back, NBA style.
I'm gonna let it shine.
This is the first step to where we want to go.
Fires to three, knocks it down.
My goal is to bring a championship here.
This was destined. We were supposed to play together.
How about an update on Anthony Davis and Kyle Kuzma, starting with AD. So we know that he sprained the thumb in China in the second game there, going up to block a shot. No official medical update yet, should get one soon, but we did see him, as you are here, shooting before the game. Didn't have it wrapped, the shots were going in, he looked pretty good, has been in good spirits. Now, as for Kyle Kuzma, positive update there. We know he had the MRI, and he has been cleared for non-contact activities in practice. So Kuz also tweeted himself he's excited to get back on the basketball floor. This was the next step that he had to clear. Now, Stu, you know the drill. You go to practice, then eventually you go through contact in practice, and so on and so on. But he is along that right path to returning to the court.
Yes, it's a process that you have to go through. I know some players don't like it. They feel that when they feel like they're ready, they just want to step out and play. But the medical staff and everything, they want to make sure before they let you out there on the floor.
We should take his tweet as gospel then. I'm ready to go. All players say they're ready to go.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to protect players from themselves.
And we should see Kuz back, of course, a week from tomorrow. The season begins.
Now we got some free throws coming a minute here to say a couple of get wells here. First get well is to Mary Jane Steiner, who is not feeling well, and we wish her a speedy recovery. And of course, the second one, our producer's wife, Nicole.
Yeah, and I second it with Mary Jane too. Of course, the wife of Bob Steiner. And Nicole is
nursing that bad foot.
Bad foot.
Got a bad.
She's going to be out for a while.
I hope not too long.
Yeah.
I don't know what kids going to do.
Those kids will drive her crazy. Yeah, good boys though that they are. Mark's going to do. 3.5 minutes to go in this quarter that has shown neither side shooting the basketball. McGee, the former Warrior.
Yeah, McGee has seen that shot by Steph a few times.
Norvell spin, scoop, score! Nicely done.
Okay, Zach Norvell has very much impressed me in the games thus far.
All started by the block by JaVale. Legend won a championship with this team. McKinney from the outside.
You know, when they got McKinney and they had just gotten rid of Harrison Barnes, I saw such a similarity in their play. So I'm sure they're hoping that he can start to develop more consistency.
26 years old now, McKinney. Not a great pass by McGee. And, of course, JaVale exceeded all our expectations last year. Here he goes. And he hammers it home. JaVale McGee.
Nice play made possible by Jackson.
Little inside out by Golden State. Lakers shooting 33%, Warriors just 20%, 4 for 20, and they're 1 for 9 from downtown. 2:18 to play here in the first quarter. Glad you're with us at Staples Center. McGee goes to the dribble. McGee in the lane. That little baby hook of his, which we saw a lot last year.
You know, at the beginning of last season, JaVale showed a lot of offense that people didn't know he had. He's got a variety of different ways that he can score.
He's averaging almost 9 rebounds in this preseason over the first 3 games too, JaVale McGee. And here he is, defense and offense.
Steph likes to do that quick shot when he goes up under the rim like that, but JaVale has seen it a number of times, and this is what JaVale does best, I believe, and that's finish. That's why his percentage is so high. Wow. But then shows some footwork with a little jump hook shot.
Norvell for 3, no. In fact, JaVale was 3rd in the league in field goal percentage. This one on the way for 3. Again, off target, good offensive rebound. That's Spellman underneath.
Yeah, he just used his size that time.
And he's got plenty of it. In fact, even after dropping 50, he's still a big fella.
Big 5'0". When was it? That Enos Kanter at one time was really heavy.
Dropped a ton of weight.
A ton of weight, and it really improved his all-around play. So it's important for players to understand that, you know, it's one thing to have some size, but to be effective on the basketball floor, you've got to have quickness, the ability to move your feet. Sometimes losing that weight pays dividends.
He won a title also at Villanova, was acquired from Atlanta early July, part of the Damian Jones deal. Stockton is in the game, John's son. David Stockton, who was signed about a week and a half ago, right before the preseason began. David on his way, nothing but net. Bring it up for 3.
I like the way he kept his hand up. That's the way you ensure follow through. Good job, David Stockton.
At the other end, hanging on the rim, taken by the Lakers. K-Cop now for Jackson, lays it off for Stockton. Here he goes. McGee down the middle he goes. Runs over a man charging. Ooh, he saw that rim. And in stride. That's good defensive play by the Warriors.
Play before that, though, JaVale spots the open man, and Stockton drains his first shot from long distance, and then on that turnover, sometimes you can give it to a 7-footer a little too soon. They don't change directions when they're running full speed very well.
An 18% shooting quarter for Golden State. Spellman can't stop the dry spell, but a good follow basket is good.
Yeah, when you're shooting under 18%, or now they're at 20%, and you're only down by 9, you better be happy.
24-15. We're under a minute to play here in the quarter.
The Lakers aren't burning it up. They're only at 39%.
And Curry picks up his first personal foul. We don't keep track of fouls quite as closely, of course, here in the preseason.
But we keep track of foul free throws. And this is 11 and 12 for the Lakers in the first quarter.
Team fouls important, personal fouls not so much.
Yeah. Don't want to send a team to the line as many times as the Warriors have done here in the first quarter.
Yeah, something to get used to. You talked about that quite a bit, you know, Stu. You play defense without fouling.
Well, that's the goal. That's the goal of all the coaches, and actually the players would like to do it too. But, you know, sometimes staying is a little easier than going out there against these talented offensive players and getting it done.
Offensive rebound off the Curry miss. Shot clock is at 9, game at 23. Steph's going to go down the middle again, and he'll be shooting a couple of free throws himself.
Well, you'll see Steph do a lot more of that this season as the season winds up, because without Clay, they're going to need him to really do a lot more creating off the dribble.
Last year, Steph Curry #1 in plus minus, second in threes. Free throw percentage with what we're seeing right here. 92.8.
Shouldn't even make him shoot free throw. Just a waste of time.
3 years at Davidson. Of course, his father's such a great NBA player himself, and his brother in the league.
Seth is a pretty good shooter himself.
Yes, he is.
They all can shoot the basketball.
All right, shot clock is off for the quarter. 26-17. Lakers. Norvell with 10. Next highest Laker, 4 points. Howard and McGee. This is Jackson. Jackson trying to attack Spellman all the way to score. Nicely done. Kisses it off the glass.
He turned his back or body, and Spellman couldn't get to the ball.
They double up on Curry. He blows right by the defense, but the horn sounds on the missed layup.
Oh, they got lucky there because they gave up a Steph Curry layup to end the quarter. He just misfired. We played 12 minutes, 36 to play, and Lakers with 28 on 42% shooting, and the Warriors struggling 18% for their 17 points.
The new $3 Little John from Jimmy John's is just like our original sandwiches, only littler. So we bought a little ad on Lil John.
Little John, yeah! $3, what?
You already got rid of everyone that could talk.
Shut a body cam on! Why did cops murder those kids?
He didn't murder them. He silenced them.
Find her!
We needed that.
Spread the word.
So what you gonna do?
I'm gonna expose them.
Black and Blue, October 25th.
Not sure you have the right credit card? Know which one to get? Turn to the nerds. Hey there, aloha. Need a card with great travel rewards? Turn to the nerds. Yowza, that sounded expensive. Time for a credit card with a lower interest rate? Turn to the nerds.